hubby and I popped out to get a few bits that I hadn't got in my main shop. I think for about third or fourth week I have not done a full food haul. This time was because it was delivered and I had our granddaughter here, so I couldn't really get time or the quiet to actually deal with it, so I just wanted to put it away. So there was a few things on my list. Some items I thought were more expensive in Iceland than they have been previously. As you know, prices have gone up. When I can, I shop around and I go to different stores when I'm in that area with a list of things that I know are on better deal. Sometimes there is that odd occasion that you just think, well, I'm sorry, but I don't want to have to go anywhere else and just want to do the one shop. So the first few items are from Tesco's. A declaration if I get any prices wrong. I do have my receipt. I try and not look down, but some of the prices I do remember. So the first thing is we did pick up the crisps. This is a box of 22 packets. And this was £4 because hubby fancied some Walker's crisps. I have been trying different brands, but he wanted Walker's. Ribena, this is actually 30% more, so I think this might be a good deal for 1.5 litres. This was £2.45. Sometimes paying that bit extra for a name brand does work out because you don't need so much. The pasta 12s was £3.60. They had a small bag, like about that big, that was £1.55. And I said to hubby, yeah, I'll go for the large one because me and our son do eat a lot of pasta. Hubby doesn't like pasta. And if I hadn't said this was £3.60 for, let's have a look, 3 kilogram bag. And sometimes I do like to make a pasta dish for our son's lunch at work. I think, without looking down, I think the bread was 70p each. Yes, I haven't bought Warburton's. This is going to be used straight away. One loaf I will freeze. I'm sure I've had the Tesco bread before. This is 70p, as you know. Normally I go for name brand, but we're trying different breads to see what we like. We have got 2 lots of the fresh rolls. These worked out slightly cheaper than the Warburton's, the ones that you can freeze, but we're having these today. And these were 80p for 6, and I got 2 packs of those. Now, some of the freezer stuff, I have got a couple of items, if I remember, down here, empty boxes to actually include and give my view on them from Iceland. But one of the items, it's not actually a Kiev that we got from Iceland, but these are. I don't know if anybody else has tried these. These are Tesco's. These are the 4 cheese and bacon chicken Kievs with a rich and creamy filling. And these were £2.80 each. And I've got 2 boxes of those. So that's going to be another meal. My meal planning, as I said, some foods I thought were really expensive in Iceland this time. The chicken, because the guys are having burgers in their rolls, I'm having chicken, which is very naughty because I'm supposed to eat more red meat, and I've brought that up a number of times, but I do enjoy more chicken. This was 4 breaded chicken steaks, juicy and tender, and these were £2. Now I'm going to have to look down because I asked hubby to pick some of these bits up. The potatoes were £1.49, maybe not a good deal, but unless I go to Lidl to get a sack. And these are for the 2.5 kilogram of potatoes. And then we have got sliced pork was 86p for packing up. I bought a slab of cheese, as you know, normally at the cathedral. For now, for the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've actually had, name brands. And this was £4.31 for a big slab like that. And, yep, so it's quite a big slab. Yep. And then we have got the mixed veg. This wasn't really a good deal. I know hubby picked them up, but that was all there was. £1.40. Now, I know Aldi and Lidl are very reasonable mixed veg, but like I said, this was just like a one-stop, so I wasn't going to go shopping anywhere else, because I might be putting my slow cooker on this week. And the last thing is the frozen chips. These are a little bit on the pricey side, £1.75, but I don't think we've had these before, and they go with those Kievs. These were £1.70 if I didn't mention. These are salt and pepper ridge chips, and we thought we'd give these a go. I'm sure we've had ridge chips before, but maybe not this sort of flavouring. So that's those. So I'm going to just put those over there because hubby's going to put those ones in the freezer. Yeah. Ain't you, me darling? Because I don't want them defrosting. So I put those over there. And then there's 2 items to go in the fridge. Right. Okay. We went into Wilko's first of all because I wanted to get another basket. The wrapper is not on here. It was inside, but it was ripped. But I wanted it for the barcode because they only had one other basket and that was broken. So I wasn't going to have that, and I thought I was going to have to come away with not getting another one because I didn't get there the day after. They had stacks of them, but obviously they sold them. So if I just release it, I can sort of show you the inside. So you've got all this sort of filling here, but also it includes the pull ribbon and cellophane. So I think this is really good for £4. I did query the price because it had £6.50 on the ticket, reduced down from £10. And I did say to the cashier, I bought one in the week and it was only £4, and it did come up as £4. So there we are. So that is the basket. I'm not going to go too much detail in the basket because I've actually shared that before. So that was from Wilko's. Something that I didn't get from Iceland was my surf washing tablets. Now, I'm sure it was £6.75 for just 18 washes. I've never paid that. It used to be £5, then I used to stock up when they were £2.50. The last lot I got was about £8 or £9.99. I got them from Home Bargains, and that was for 50 washes, and that was the bold. I really like those, but we haven't been to Home Bargains or anywhere near to get them. So I got the surf. This was originally £7.50 down to £5.50, which is really good for 32 washes. So, and this is my Tropical Lily, the surf one, the one that I've gone back to. But I really will get the bold ones when I go to Home Bargains, and I'm sure that was the 50 washes one, because I emptied it in my canister, so I'm sure it was 50 washes without looking back on my my channel. But I thought, like I said, there were £7.50 down to £5.50 for 32 washes. So I know I've had comments about powders, and I had powders right through, but I think the last 5 or 6 years I've actually had capsules. Well, it was liquid then capsules, and I prefer to have the capsules, especially if I've got other family members doing the washing, because they don't overuse liquid, if that makes sense. I've got 2 of the wipes. I love the lemon wipes. These used to be 50p. They are 60p now, which is still a good bargain for 40 wipes. So I might need to take one to the caravan and one for home. Polished wipes is something that sometimes it's really hit and miss whether I can get them. These are £1 each. I got the 4 because, like I said, it's hit and miss, and sometimes I can't get them. But what it was, you only pay for 3. You get 1 free. Buying 4, you get the 4th one free. So for £3, I got 4 packs of polish wipes. And I like to use these rather than sprays. I prefer to use these in the caravan as well, because obviously the spray gets in the air and everything. The only time I've actually used the polish wipe, polish spray, as you've probably seen, is when I hadn't been able to get the wipes with a duster and everything, but I prefer the wipes. Right, now this segment is pieces I got from Iceland. These are empty boxes, and a declaration to get the prices wrong. They're things that we've eaten this week. Now, we've had a number of different pizzas. This was a really good offer, plus all family members loved them. They're not the stuffed crust, because the stuffed crust ones were like £4 and £4.50 each. And I'm thinking 3 pizzas, no way. I've had Iceland's pizzas, and everybody likes the cheese ones. They're the deep pan ones. But these were on offer. These were £2 each. Can't remember what the price was originally, but for £6, I didn't think that was too bad for a leading make, and we love these. We always have some form of cheese pizza. Like I said, I will stipulate it, they're things that we've eaten, and definitely a repeat buy, especially if I can get them on offer again. This was the cheese medley, tiger crust. I think they're all tiger crust, so they slightly rise up in the oven if you didn't realise. Double pepperoni, very often a pepperoni pizza is what we have, and these are 305 grams. Oh, they're not all the same, sorry. The cheese one is 305, and the other two, one's 350 grams, which is this one, which is the cheesy ham and bacon. We haven't had that one before. I thoroughly enjoyed that, because I normally just have cheese pizza. I do like pepperoni, but anyway. So this one was 315 grams. So that just shows you that they're all the same price, but this is the one that's 320 grams. So this has got more for your money, and that was double pepperoni. So for £6 for pizza night, I thought was really good. That night for dessert, I was going to actually take it out of my basket, but I left it in because family members thought it was going to be too sickly. It is a new item, and it's this Java cake dessert. Now, this was either £3.50 or £3.75, and we were very surprised because I thought it was going to be really sickly. Now, yes, I did try it. I did have a little bit. The guys liked it, and it wasn't over sickly. So we've tried that because everybody likes Jaffa cakes in our house. So this is a new item. Again, £3.50 or £3.75, something like that. But for something different, I thought it was good. Now, the only item that's new again, very disappointed. I'm not the only one. Family members said it wasn't worth it, but my family likes Spam. And I know there's a little bit of difference in opinion, but it's supposed to be, what was it called? Sorry, Spam stands for, is it surplus processed American meat? There's a difference in what people call it, but obviously I understand when we had shortages in the war, we had not me personally because I wasn't alive, but Spam meat. So I'm sure that's what it was, surplus processed American meat. And I think someone will probably comment and say it's something different, but on one of the documentary programs we've seen about that era, that's what they said it was. And this was a very big disappointment. They were quite small. You only get 2 in a box, and so there was only 4. I didn't actually have these. I had a bite of somebody's because I had to do some chicken with it because it just wasn't enough, because they were that small. The measure, what's the weight of these? I don't know. It's probably somewhere on there. I can't actually see it for looking at it. It's probably somewhere obvious. And these are what they are: Spam cheesy fritters. Cheese in there is nothing like this. False advertisement, literally, because obviously the guys had 2 each and they broke into them and there was hardly any cheese, for one thing. They were small, so having 2 each, especially the guys working, not a good deal, because I had to actually do a bag of chicken strips as well, because obviously there wasn't enough for 3 people. And even them having 2 each, they had chicken as well because it wasn't enough for them. So won't be having these again. I did say maybe buying spam, putting cheese on top, even if we haven't got the breadcrumbs, some spicy sauce, and putting my own sort of take on it, which would be a lot cheaper and more for your money. People might not agree with me if you've had these, but to me, not good value for my family, and will not be, I don't very often say this, but will not be a repeat buy. Definitely not. Pizzas, yes. The Jaffa cake, yes. And this is the first time I've actually stipulated that I wouldn't buy something again, just for the fact, money wise. Now, I forgot to say, I think they were £2.25 a box, so looking at nearly £5 for 4 of them, and I wouldn't mind paying that if I felt it was good value, but it wasn't. So enough of the dig, but that is just my personal opinion. Well, actually, I had 3 opinions, not just myself. I had both hubby and my son, and both of them, although they like spam products, they like a Kiev, they said do not buy again. That's why he's put them away. I bought those ones, and they're 4 in a box, and we'll see what value they are. We do like our Kievs, and I do as well. So I'm going to leave it here. I think I've included everything. Not sure if I will actually share any of the brochure. I often pick this up on the promise that I look at it and get rid of it. Sometimes they have ideas for recipes. Sometimes they have vouchers in. Very often the vouchers are not sort of the products I would purchase, but I still like looking through the brochure. But if there's anything worth it, I'll take footage and put it at the end of this video. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.